Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video we are going to be looking at the messages for the month of August for the sign of Aquarius. Now Aquarius, first of all I'm just going to apologize in advance. Not only is this late because I have had absolutely no energy for the past several weeks, but also my whole family is home. So if you hear loud noises, I apologize, but I cannot find time to film without someone being home. So, okay, so Aquarius, let's get into your reading. I haven't interpreted the whole spread yet, but from what I'm seeing, it looks really good. I'm really excited for you. So, the bottom of the deck, you have the Change card, okay? And it says, falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. And I love this. They don't always have me read the description on it, but they're saying this is important right now. Some of you may be experiencing what we may call in the tarot the tower moments. So some of you may be having friendships that are falling away, or maybe you're experiencing job loss, or things are just kind of, they might seem like they're falling apart right now in a way, but they're saying don't worry about this because this is just shedding what no longer serves you, okay? And the example that they gave me was in a garden. So if there's a garden that's overrun by weeds, once you start pulling those weeds out and getting rid of them, then that allows the flowers that are trying to grow in that garden to have, more nutrients from the soil, more water, and definitely more sunshine, they're saying, right? And this helps them to grow. So this is why we weed that garden. And that's what they're saying right now is with this change is coming. It might not feel that good things are happening for you right now or that they're coming, but they're saying they are because we're just weeding the garden, honey. That's what they're saying. We're weeding the garden, which I love for you, okay? The other card that came out from that deck is the surprises card. And I am so excited for you because I'm seeing that there are surprises coming for you that you don't even anticipate. They're saying, hence the word surprise, Jenna. But what I'm seeing is that these surprises are something that you've been wanting for a long time. That you've maybe been working towards for a while, and you're thinking maybe you're farther away from it, or you're about to give up and you're like, I don't know when this is going to happen. I've been working so hard for it and everything's falling apart. So it's I've been working at this, but I'm not achieving it. And they're saying, no, just you wait, Aquarius, just you wait, okay? They're saying this is happening to a lot of people right now, not just Aquarius. So if you are a cross watcher or anything like that, or you were attracted to the title, whatever I end up naming this video, this message is for you, okay? I know I'm going through something similar, okay? They want me to show you the Coffin card. So I definitely feel that there is an ending coming. They're saying the ending is here. It just doesn't feel like it, okay? That ending and that new beginning. And I also love that they have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So all this waiting, it's we've planted the seeds and we've been watering it and watching it grow, and that whole, when is it going to get here? When am I finally going to get my happy ending? When am I going to get this relationship? When am I going to get this job, this house, whatever it is that you've been working towards? They're saying there's no more waiting. No more waiting. They're saying you've probably been sick of hearing me and other tarot readers say, oh, it's coming, it's coming. I'm getting sick of it. They keep telling me it's coming. I said, where's my divine counterpart? Where's this? Where's my job or my career change or whatever? And they're like, it's coming, it's coming. And I'm stop. Stop telling me it's coming because I'm not believing you. But they're saying, you don't need to believe us because it's just going to happen, right? It's definitely going to happen. So you have the Slave card in reverse, so we're definitely getting unstuck from a situation. They're saying you weren't necessarily stuck, but it felt like you were stuck. And again, with the interpretation of the garden, like we just needed to weed out maybe things that were taking up too much of your focus or attention that really, it's like watering those weeds. You weren't going to get anything out of them, right? Or they're showing me dandelions. Like you can eat dandelion leaves. Are they kind of pretty? Yeah, but at the same time, they're not what you want, right? Why are you watering the dandelions when you should be watering the roses or the peonies or whatever flower that you want, right? So they're saying if you've been watering the dandelions and you don't want dandelions, that's why we pull them out of this garden, all right? And that's how we get unstuck, because we get more focused on what it is that we truly do want. We're putting in more effort towards it. And not that you weren't before, but say with even friendships, right? If we spread our energy too thin trying to maintain a bunch of friendships, and then we look around, because friendships have been coming up. For me, they've been coming up for other people that I've been talking to, or even in the spiritual group that I'm in. Friendships are falling away because it's kind of like, and it doesn't have to be in a bad way necessarily. It's just like, is this worth my effort, right? Should I continue to spread my focus among, say, like 5 different people when I'm not getting as much from these people? Or if I cut, say, 4 of them out, and I can have more attention on this one person who I resonate with the most, the one that I spend the most time with. I hope this isn't coming out like badly, but they make, every time that I talk about friends, they make me think of Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, right? How he said he could only have like a certain amount of friends, like that's all he could really handle. And they're saying, you know, he wasn't wrong. You can have a lot of friends or a lot of acquaintances, but really when it comes down to it, you have like that certain number of close friends, right? So are we going to have a shit ton, they're saying, of acquaintances where we're spreading our energy too thin? Or are we going to maybe kind of cut some of those out, not necessarily in a bad way, but focus more on like these 2 people or these couple of people, right? That's kind of the vibe that they're giving me. They're also making me feel like this could be about hobbies too, right? So maybe there's some things that you do, hobbies, or even your schedule, cutting out things that you do often that aren't really benefiting you or bringing any kind of benefit to your life, right? So they often give me the example of exercise. So yes, exercise gives you benefits in life, but maybe there's a different exercise that you would enjoy more that would actually give you more benefits. Like for me, I was doing a workout video and I hated it, but it was giving me like decent results. But then my guides are just kind of like, you know what, Jen, like try walking, right? My body didn't really change that much, and they're saying no. So when I transitioned from doing this workout that I really hated, that was kind of intense, to walking, I thought that my body would just kind of like, and I would gain weight, but I didn't. And for me, being outside is very grounding for me. It's very peaceful. It's good for my mental health, and it's good for my physical health, but it's also good for my emotional health, because when I get out there, oftentimes like I end up crying, which sounds really bad, but I'm working through situations and I'm letting it out and I'm letting it go. So I enjoy it. I get the sunshine. Like there's so many different benefits, extra benefits they're saying, that I get from walking than I ever did from that video. So that's what they're kind of making me feel. It's like we're cutting out those things that maybe we have in our lives that aren't really benefiting us as much, right? If you watch Chris on Minopon, he always talks about like, is the juice worth the squeeze? That's why they keep telling me like we're in a period of reflection, and we should always take some time to reflect on our lives, because this isn't going to be like, okay, I'm taking this month to reflect on my life and then it's going to be perfect from now on. No, you can always take time to reflect. When we have those hermit moments, let's take time to reflect, and you can always change things, they're saying. But that's what I'm kind of feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Weeding that garden. So you do have the scribe card. So to me, this is talking about, again, they're still encouraging reflection. I know I should do more of it. But they're saying, don't worry, like, we will help you with it anyways, and you can ask your angels and guides for help with it. But even like making a list, you don't actually have to physically make a list of what's working for you and what's not, because it will pop up, right? As I said, with those kind of tower moments with friendships and everything, you know, even if it was a workout, maybe your gym closed or something like that, or maybe your gym, they're saying your gym partner might have canceled on you, and now you're finding maybe a better gym partner, or you're finding something else that you enjoy doing. So there's so many different things. Yeah. And they're also showing me, especially in regards to like friendships or even in work, there's more of a balance coming in. So in the case of friendships, when we are focusing on more of those friendships where there is that balance, that give and that take, right? So when I'm thinking about friendships, and I'm thinking about one in particular where someone got mad at me for something that was kind of ridiculous, and that really made me stop and think, because there were little signs there, and I'm like, why am I even bothering with this person? Because they bring minimal rewards, they're saying. I wouldn't use that word, but they're saying minimal rewards to all the effort that I put out for them. Okay? And then my guides are like not happy with this person. They're like, and then it was like a big slap in the face when they were saying things about me to other people. About something so utterly ridiculous. And I'm like, hey, what the hell? So situations like that might pop up where it's just like, and they probably have been, they're not in my head, yes. Where it's like, we're taking this time, like, as I said, they're gonna put things in your head, and they're gonna pop situations up so that we can acknowledge them and think, okay, yeah, I need to distance myself from you, or I need to cut this out of my life. And finding or focusing on relationships or anything else that's of mutual benefit for you. And they're saying, so in some cases with friendships and relationships, sometimes you're going to give more than the other person, and then there's going to be times when they give you more than you can give them. Like in the example, say one of your loved ones passes away, right? You might not have anything that you can give them, but they're going to be there by your side and helping you, and if there's anything that you need, right? We all have down times in our lives, so it's not always going to be 100% consistently like for example, with some friendships, right? If you guys go out for dinner or lunch, one of you pays, and then the next time you go out, the other one pays. You know, it's not always going to be like that equal. Sometimes it's going to be spread out, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And okay, so I'm getting, my first vibe of this was for work, but I'm also getting in relationships as well. You have the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel that you are going to start being acknowledged, not only for your work, but for, like, people are taking notice of you in a good way. All right. So in friendships and relationships, acknowledging your positive attributes is what they're saying, and they're giving me an example of my life where someone recently was giving me positive affirmation about myself, about things that I don't really consider about myself, because I'm very hard on myself. And this individual was like, you know, you don't even see it. So that was really nice to hear. I feel the same for you though, in that case. Like, people are going to be like telling you how amazing you are, or even they're saying like giving you gratitude for all that you've done for them, or for things that you have done for them that you might not even consider being a big deal, right? So again, if somebody's parent, say, passes away and they have children, like, you come and help them clean up, or you bring them cookies, or, you know, it might be something that seems really small to you but is really big to someone else. And they've been making me feel that in a lot of the readings, where you don't realize how much those little things that seem little to you or insignificant to you, how much they impact someone else. And same thing with your traits, right? Your kindness, maybe your sense of humor, like helping to cheer someone up, that sort of thing. Now, in regards to work though, I definitely feel that someone's going to be taking notice in your work, whatever it is. And this could be a hobby. Like, even if you haven't started a business or something like that and you have a hobby, say they're showing me like somebody painting, people are going to start taking notice and you are going to start receiving money. And they're showing me the surprise card again. Surprise! Something that you may have thought, they said, has died out, all of a sudden starts like being really popular and making money. So they're showing me like the word podcast. So maybe you've been trying to build a podcast and you haven't really got a lot of listeners. All of a sudden that just changes, right? Or maybe you were trying to sell your art and you haven't really received a lot of feedback or a lot of customers. All of a sudden something happens and that changes. Be prepared for changes, honey, they're saying, because they are coming. And they're here. That's the thing with all of these negative things that are happening. That means change is coming, like change is here. Those leaves are falling. They're definitely like they're clearing out and making space for this new, more wonderful things to grow. And they're showing me that card is a number 5. So yeah, definitely big changes. They're saying big changes are happening for you, honey. And things are going to start happening, like, I feel that in some cases, going to blow your mind, like how something came together. And they say, like, you're not believing us that this stuff is happening, and then all of a sudden, there it is. They have the dog card. So part of this is like, yeah, you might be meeting some loyal people, right? But I see this card as like a meet cute. So for some of you, this is meeting a romantic partner. For others of you, it could be just being in the right place at the right time, which is not a coincidence, they're saying, which I love. They're also showing me on my clock, it's 12:34. To me, that's about steps. And they're saying this was a process to get things into alignment to make that happen. All right, there is definitely going to be a few moments where your mind is just blown, and that's what they're making me feel like. Holy crap! And then you're going to stop and think and be like, oh my gosh, all the signs were there, but I just did not see them. I did not see them. But pew, 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 things are coming into alignment. Wow. Wow. In the case of the steps, she is on the first step in this card. To me, you're already in it. You are already in it. You just might not see it because things are a little crazy right now. You might not be feeling great, or you're experiencing kind of chaos in your life. Yeah. But don't worry. You're in it. Like, these steps are happening. Okay? I'm definitely feeling that for some of you, like this, okay, sorry, correction for all of you who have been doing the work they're saying, money is coming in. Because you have this card with money, and she's being showered, it looks like she's bathing in money. And then these two cards with the pentacles, right? I'm definitely feeling, or 3 cards, I should say, because you have the 3 of pentacles. Money. I don't know about you. There's a, tell the story, Jenna, tell the story. Okay, I'll tell the story. So I told you at the beginning of this reading that I'm a little late in these videos because I've been absolutely drained. I didn't know why, like other people weren't saying that they were drained, and I'm just like, why am I experiencing this? And they're like, oh, well, they made me figure it out. I was drained for a reason. So I'm very big on like, I need to hustle. I need to be getting things done for me to maybe feel like I'm working towards anything to get money, or even to feel worthy about myself, right? Because it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of emphasis on us being successful if we're like always busy, right? But if I sit down or I take a day or so off, I feel crappy about myself. So what they did was they made me feel extremely drained some days. It was a very rough time because there was a lot of emotions and stuff. So I did not film for a long time. I don't know if you noticed, but I posted a lot in June. July, nah. No. And that is why. But there's a get to the point, Jenna. My guides are sassy. So anyway, so this realization came that I've been feeling drained because they have been helping me feel drained. And they said, Jenna, have you noticed in the month of July that the money that came in for you is more than you have made probably in the past several months? And I was like, yeah, actually. And they said, and how much of it did you actually have to work for? Only about $20. So the month of July, I had enough to pay. Like, I don't have a lot of expenses though, but I have to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I have enough to pay for at least the next 4 months of my expenses, which is huge for me because I always have money come in that I'm not really fully expecting, so that I can pay my expenses every month because I haven't really been working at a job since February 2020. But yeah, they're like, and what did you do, Jenna? What did you do? You weren't hustling for it. It came to you naturally. They did tell me that a lot of it was back pay for work that I have done. And it wasn't actually like work. It was the universe, like things, you know, the giving and receiving. I'm not like fully gonna get into it, but they're saying the law of compensation, basically, right? It was back pay. But money is going to come to us easier, is what basically is what they want me to say. It's going to come more naturally, more organically, and we won't have to hustle for it because we're actually going to be doing things that we love to do, and we're going to be attracting people who are going to be interested in what we're doing and being recognized for it, right? Like they're showing me even someone getting a spot on the news and that helping, or somebody posting on social media about you and then all of a sudden a bunch of people come. That seems to happen a fair amount. But this is all like they're showing me like this is a lot of compensation for you for things you've already done, right? So they've had me say this, and I've been saying this a lot, where the universe is going to be paying you, right? They're going to be rewarding you for what you have done. Tell them about the consistency story, Jenna. Okay. I will try to do it briefly. So my guides have been working with me. I've been able to communicate with them for like a year, basically a year now, right? And they told me, Jenna, consistency is key. So this whole year I've been trying to work on being more consistent with my workouts and my diet, with, you know, moving forward, doing my readings, posting on Instagram, posting on YouTube. Like, I was trying so hard to be more consistent on all of these things. Like, consistent with food, like everything. And I made myself crazy. Right? I made myself so crazy thinking that if I was consistent with all of these things, like, I would get my divine counterpart, be worthy of my divine counterpart, that I would be worthy of receiving, like, my life purpose and being on my life path. And then they're kind of like, Jenna, the consistency, don't make me cry, the consistency that we needed to see was right here. All the shit that we have been through, the dark, the consistency that they wanted to see and that they knew that they would see, was that we were still spreading our love and our light no matter what was happening in here and around us. So, sorry, people are running water. That was the consistency that they said we need to see. Not necessarily like testing, but that's the basics that they were giving me. And they said, you will be rewarded for all that you have been through. That's what we've been telling you for this whole time. And they say, isn't it funny though, Jenna, how we keep telling you that things are going to happen and then they just get more delayed? Very annoying, right? But they're saying, but aren't you consistently still working towards them anyways? You know, and how many times have we been mean to you? And I'm sure you can all relate, or they wouldn't be telling this story, where things have kept happening, where maybe you've been ignored, or maybe people have said rude comments about you, all of that stuff, but you kept spreading your light. Like, there was times where I was like, okay, this is it, I'm done. Like, I'm done being nice and helping people. It's just so ingrained, right? And they say, yeah, but look at that. The reward that we kept promising you kept moving further and further away. But you kept being consistent, consistently giving back. Sometimes Aquarius, to the point where you were so exhausted, probably, where you were so drained from all of this stuff that you were going through, right? All the healing work that you've been doing, all of the chaos and craziness, and all of the changes from like lockdowns and COVID, still moving forward, still putting that foot on the ground, being nice and loving and caring to others, working on loving and caring for yourself. That deserves to be rewarded, honey, they're saying. And so you shall be. I do feel that people are just going to pop up in your life and they're going to be giving you things. Like, that's how they're kind of making me feel with the Two of Cups. And also at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups. Right? It just kind of makes me feel that people are going to pop up and they're going to be giving you things. Maybe things that you've been wanting for a long time, things that you're not expecting. And the funny thing is, they're like, Jenna, show them the Magician card and how it's in reverse. You've already been creating this. Now it's our turn. Okay? And they're saying, don't stop striving towards what you want. Don't stop focusing on what you want. But we are here to help you and to gift you. Okay, So some of these people that are coming in or some of these gifts are going to be helping you on your path, okay? They're nodding my head, right? We're moving out of a period of lack, a period of maybe feeling out in the cold or feeling isolated, feeling lonely, right? And whoop, victory, victory, okay? Don't stop focusing on where you want to go. Don't stop focusing on what you want to do or what you want to achieve. Some of you, I feel that there's going to be ideas coming for you, maybe in your business or that sort of thing, creative ideas, but also like you are going to start seeing or realizing passions. They're giving me chills up my legs. Passions that maybe you haven't considered before, or maybe you used to consider them, and they're kind of giving me chills up my one leg. You're going to be, okay, so there's maybe passions that you feel are on hold. So whether it's because of money, your location, whether it's because of COVID and things being closed off, because I know I've been wanting to take workshops or classes. They're not open right now. For some reason, something that you've wanted to take action on, you haven't been able to. Maybe you've been feeling drained like I have, right? But then all of a sudden, something happens, and maybe the money's there so you can go out and buy the equipment, or you can take that class. Maybe someone comes and inspires you, or you watch a documentary that inspires you. There are ideas that are going to be popping up and epiphanies popping up like crazy, they're saying. Pop, 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 pop. Like they're going to be popping up. They're kind of showing me like, I'm here. They're growing. They're just, all of a sudden they'll be ripe and ripe for the picking, they're saying. Okay? Yeah. Epiphanies. I'm also feeling that for some of you who are single, like a relationship, again, with the Two of Cups, it's going to just pop up. Like all of a sudden a person is just going to be illuminated in your life. So whether they've been in your life already, or maybe they live in the same town as you or something like that, but it's like all of a sudden they're just showing me like a spotlight and like the heavenly music, like, oh, I didn't do that very well. I apologize for that. But all of a sudden there's this spotlight on this person. You're like, whoa, whoa. So maybe you've been friends with them or acquaintance with them for a while now, and then all of a sudden you see them in a different light. Or maybe, maybe all of a sudden there's like an idea for you to go to a different coffee shop, or a different grocery store or something like that, wherever you can go now. And you run into this person or you meet this person. Maybe all of a sudden you get a message in your on your Instagram or something like that from a person that you used to know. Again, with the surprises. They're saying don't be surprised, but you will be. You will be surprised. Okay? Don't be surprised. Okay, Aquarius. So basically, the wait is over, they're saying. The wait is over. I love that. We are breaking the chains. We are breaking the chains. I almost said change. So we are breaking the chains of the anchor of whatever has been holding us back. It has been broken. Okay, so these two cards, it's funny, they came out together. So with this anchor, those are really thick chains, like really hard to break, right? Whereas in the Thief card, he's holding onto a chain from a pocket watch, which is so much easier to break. They're saying, you thought that those chains that were holding you back were this thick and that difficult to get out of. they're actually very, very thin. Very, very easy to get unstuck. But mentally, we had those beliefs and those limiting thoughts that made us feel that maybe something that we wanted or a way out of a stuck situation was going to be too difficult. No. And they're saying, some of you may have things written down of what you want, or there's things that you've always wanted to do or accomplish or experience, and you're going to start seeing how easily or more easily I can't talk today, but how fast, how I can't speak. They're making me not speak well. Whatever these things are that you wanted to do or be or have or experience, you are going to start seeing that can happen like that, right? You can manifest it like that. Your power is finally, and I'm not going to say it's coming back because you already had it, but you're going to start knowing that you have it. You start realizing and seeing how much power that you have, and then you're going to have this book, whatever it is that you wrote down that you want. And I feel like these are new goals. You might have had them before, but you never really thought that they could happen. And now it's like, okay, I know I can do this, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. There's going to be more confidence in you to be able to do it. We had to break the chains first so that you could know your power, know your worth, be in alignment with your soul so that we could step forward and that you could achieve what you came here to achieve. So that's all your dreams, that's your life purpose, your life mission, getting that love, that higher vibrational love that you deserve, whether it's in relationships that are romantic, friendships, developing deeper connections with family, whatever it is. You needed this time. You needed to stay in this cycle, they said. You needed to stay in this cycle to be able to break it, to be able to acknowledge that you wanted more for yourself, you wanted better for yourself. They said, Jenna, what did you say to us? I said, I knew that I broke the cycle because I was willing to do things I was scared of doing, because I was more scared of staying where I was than taking those bigger leaps to move forward. And they said, yeah, you needed to want to move forward for you. For you. That desire is a strong desire. I always see this as achieving a big goal. Aquarius, you're about to be surprised, baby. They're saying you're about to be so surprised on what's coming for you, what's coming to you, and what it is that you can actually achieve now. That all that bullshit, that's their words, all that bullshit is behind you. So yeah, did you need to stay in that cycle to be able to move forward? Absolutely. But you're not in it any longer. That wait is over. And it's time for you to reap your rewards. I am so excited for you, Aquarius. And again, this is happening for a lot of people. I have a feeling that similar messages are going to pop up for all the different signs. They're saying that the gray skies are clearing up. So put on a happy face. Ooh, you got the rider. Okay, yeah. Things are going to come in more quickly. They're coming in quickly. Yeah. They say, we know we've been telling you that, but they honestly are. They're saying, you don't need to believe us. You don't need to believe Jenna. Jenna doesn't even believe herself sometimes when I say that. When we say that. But you will see. You will see. I feel that you're more at peace, more confident. There's definitely a level of peace here. Unshakable, unstoppable, unbreakable. Yeah. Infinite possibilities for you because you know you can do it. You are breaking through those fears. You have broken through those fears. Can't speak. And they say, Jenna, actually you can speak, can't you? I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this, but I've been speaking more from the heart. And there's a little bit of nerves of me saying things, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? If I say something from the heart to someone and they don't accept what I'm saying, okay, moving on. Yeah. Let me know if this has been happening for you too, Aquarius. I'm going to end this video, but I am so excited for you. I am so excited for these changes. It might not look positive right now, but it will. And it's coming in quickly, they're saying. Very, very quickly. Okay? You're about to see the fruits of your labor. All right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all these epiphanies and these gifts and these ideas and these changes. Okay, yeah. Okay, some of the gifts that you're going to be receiving, they're not necessarily just the gifts, but those ideas on how to take those steps forward with less steps, right? I always talk about spirit being the GPS, and they're giving you a shortcut, okay? You trust in yourself and your intuition now, and you trust in them. Not that you necessarily didn't, but there's a new level of trust and faith there, and being in alignment with your soul. You can move mountains, darling. They're saying. Okay. I'm so excited to see what comes from this. Please let me know if this resonates, Aquarius, and what it is that you're moving towards. I would love to hear that. I get really excited when I hear about people who are moving towards their dreams. I find it really inspiring. So if you feel guided to, I would love to hear about that. All right, Aquarius, this is your message for the month of August. I'm so excited for you. Again, let me know if it resonates, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.